You're the most beautiful. You're the most beautiful.
And the third person that we are talking about today is a person who is experiencing financial loss. Job is one of the examples that we have learned about in the Bible. Job, they said he was the wealthiest man in the East. And it says that Job was a person who shunned evil. So he didn't indulge himself in sin, and he didn't do anything that appeared like sin, or he didn't even want to do anything that was evil. So Job lost it all. He lost money, he lost his kids on the same day. And after he lost everything, he became sick. And this is the advice that his wife gave him. In Job 2:9-13. It says, his wife said, "Still holding on to your precious integrity, are you? Curse God and be done with it." And he replied and said, he told her, "You are talking like an empty-headed fool. You take the good days from God, and why not also the bad days?" Not once through all this did Job sin. He said nothing against God. So in the midst of all that was happening to Job, Job chose to stay with God. So if you are losing houses, you are losing your business, you are losing your job, you are losing all of your investments, that time is not a time for you to run away from God and say, "How could God allow this to happen?" Job, in one day, he lost all of his money, he lost his children also. And that is a good enough reason, according to his wife too, that he should leave God, curse God, and be done with it. That this God, he's not as good as he says he is. But Job stayed because he says, "I know my Redeemer lives." Job knew that God is a good God, irregardless of what is happening in his life. In the good days, in the bad days, he is still God, and he is still worthy to be praised, and he is still worthy for us to sit at his feet and receive from him as well. So don't be discouraged. Stay with God. Stay in his presence, and every worry that you have will disappear until God sends you the help that you need. Job stayed in the midst of it all. His friends came to accuse him. Some friends came to advise him. Some people thought that he might have done something wrong. Job didn't do anything wrong. It was just the enemy. So the plan of the enemy, remember, is to kill, to steal, and to destroy. The main purpose of killing, stealing, and destroying is to take you out of God's presence. Don't allow the devil to cheat you. Don't allow the devil to remove you just because of your loss. Stay in the presence of the Lord, and all will be taken care of as well. The fourth person we are dealing with now is a person who is dealing with the loss of business. The main example and my favorite character or my favorite disciple is Peter. In Luke 5:4-6, it says, "When he had finished speaking, he said to Simon Peter, 'Put out into the deep water and lower your nets for a catch of fish.' Simon replied, 'Master, we worked hard all night to the point of exhaustion and caught nothing in our nets. But at your word, I will do as you say, and I will lower the net again.' When they had done this, they caught a great number of fish, and their nets were at the point of breaking." So that's Peter, a fisherman who just happened to help Jesus or allow Jesus to speak on his boat. Peter had just experienced a loss in his business, if I can put it like that, because he had worked all night, he put in so much investments, but he had nothing to show for in the morning. Jesus came to the scene and he said, "Put your net down," early in the morning. As a fisherman, as an experienced and a successful fisherman, Peter knew that fish don't swim during the day, or a majority of the fish, they won't come up to the point where he'll be able to fish. So he too was trying to advise Jesus, who was a carpenter by that time, that, "Master, I, a qualified, experienced, successful fisherman, know what I need to do. But okay, At your word, I will do what you say I should do. Peter obeyed. So, if you are experiencing any form of loss in your business, one of the things that you can do is to listen to the voice of the Lord concerning your business. He knows where the fish is, He knows when you should cast your net, and He will tell you what to do as well. Jesus, He knows exactly how to run a business. Obviously, He is running His kingdom very well, I must say. And from that, we can know that He knows what you ought to do. He says, if you are willing and obedient, you will eat the good of the land. So it means that if you listen to God, the maker of the universe, the one who has heaven paved with gold, I think He sure knows a thing or two about business, and we should listen and obey to His advice and His expertise in the business field as well. So in the midst of it all, instead of just running helter-skelter looking for tips and tricks on how to run your business, rather listen to the voice of the Lord, and He will direct you and tell you where to find the right finances, and tell you where to find the right procedures and strategies to run your business as well. I remember at one point, Peter and Jesus, they needed to pay some taxes. So Jesus told Peter to go and fish, and he will find a fish with a coin inside, that he should take that coin and pay for him, Jesus, and himself, Peter. So God knows exactly where the golden coin is. He knows on which sector, in which place, in which person, in which investments that will bring fruitfulness to you and to your business as well. So don't worry, but rather obey the instructions of the Lord.